the United States continues to activate its efforts to exhaust the Chinese chip industry and prevent it from developing, in continuation of the course of the chip war that began between the two parties at the end of 2022. The confrontation between America and China escalated in October 2022, when the United States imposed strict controls on the export of ultra-sophisticated chips to Chinese companies, to follow this decision with a second decision issued in October 2023, to prevent the arrival of old American chips to China, and America also prevented Dutch and Japanese companies, which produce chip machinery, from selling these equipment to China, under penalty of sanctions. Although Washington's previous restrictions were enough to stifle the Chinese chip industry by slowing its progress, it turned out that America wants more than that, and is actually looking to kill any possibility, giving China the ability to develop its own chip industry. The United States sent a delegation to the Netherlands, including Undersecretary of Commerce for Industry and Security Alain Estevez, with the aim of urging the country's authorities to ask local companies, specifically ASML, to stop providing machinery maintenance service. Manufacturing chips, which were sold to China before U.S. export controls went into effect. The Netherlands is home to ASML, which manufactures lithography machines that are used to make various types of chips, which are used in electronic devices, and has a monopoly on advanced lithography machines, which are used to manufacture the most advanced chips, intended to power generative artificial intelligence technology. China is a major source of revenue for ASML, and it was the Dutch company's second largest market in terms of sales in 2023. So the expected ban on the maintenance of lithography machines will be painful for Chinese companies that bought many of these machines before the U.S. restrictions came into effect, knowing that these machines are expensive machines and require continuous maintenance. In early March 2024, the United States reportedly asked Japan to expand its restrictions on chip-making equipment, as Japanese companies such as Tokyo Electron and Nikon sell some types of chip-making machines to Chinese companies, while Bloomberg reported earlier that the United States is also pressuring South Korea, another semiconductor hub, to limit sales of chip-making tools to China. Although Washington says that its new steps are an attempt to fill the gaps in the controls and restrictions that were previously issued, the decision to prevent the maintenance of chip-making machines owned by China will have catastrophic repercussions for Beijing, especially since lithography machines require successive maintenance, and stopping this will cause them to malfunction. The technological revolution that is taking place today, associated with modern technology, nanotechnology, and artificial intelligence, is based on the manufacture of advanced electronic chips and semiconductors, as the United States of America is the most advanced country in this field, and this is what will make America more advanced than others in terms of technology and will enable it to win the race. Whoever excels in the advanced chip industry will be the winner in the military, security and economic field, and will impose more control over the world. And from here it is possible to understand why Washington insists not to allow China by advancing in the industry. China, on the other hand, is trying to establish its own chip industry, but it will not be able to do so alone, as it needs a lot of resources, technologies, and skilled labor that it does not have, while the Netherlands is known as one of the most important countries that mainly manufacture chips, machinery and equipment for this industry, which China resorts to supply what it needs, as America considers that giving China advanced chips and equipment a red line that cannot be crossed and is able to, even if it pushes it to impose economic sanctions on countries that violate its restrictions. This is not only related to the Netherlands, but also includes countries such as South Korea and Japan. The chip industry is based on many secrets, and if the plan hatched by Washington succeeds in preventing Beijing from accessing advanced technology in the world of manufacturing electronic chips, this means that China will remain technologically behind America and its dependent, but it will not suffer from collapse. Beijing is making great efforts and investments to develop and find alternative solutions, including with Arab countries such as the UAE and Saudi Arabia. These two countries want to invest heavily in this technology and benefit from what it offers in terms of the economy and security. The U.S. demand for ASML not to provide maintenance service to Chinese customers will constitute a new diplomatic and commercial headache for the Dutch government, which signs indicate that it will continue to meet Washington's decisions on export restrictions, pointing out that the Dutch government will initially resort to the method of delaying granting approvals to ASML to carry out maintenance operations, provided that at a later stage it stops it completely, and this will anger the Chinese authorities, due to the setback that will affect their attempts to build an industry. Local chips. The pivotal role of the Dutch ASML in the world of manufacturing chip production machines is due to its ability to develop and manufacture optical imaging systems for the semiconductor industry. The company controls more than 80% of sales in this industry, and Chinese companies are trying to fill the technological vacuum through companies such as Nora Technology Group and Shanghai Microelectronics Equipment, which are said to be working on homemade equations for chip-making technologies. Preventing SML from maintaining machinery sold to China before the U.S. restrictions take effect may also strengthen the company's efforts to move its operations out of the Netherlands due to successive U.S. conditions that affect its business, as China is one of the largest sources of revenue for ASML and cannot risk losing this source of funds. Will the United States be able to prevent China from accessing advanced chip manufacturing technology? To what extent will it succeed in imposing restrictions on countries and companies developed in the semiconductor industry, or oblige it not to cooperate with China or enter into investment partnerships with it, and what the future may hold? Semiconductor wars have become a reality now. All the countries of the world are very interested in them, as we now live in the age of technology, and there is no human on earth who can abandon technology, and semiconductors are the nucleus of building technology. So far, China has made a technological breakthrough thanks to its scientists, such as what is evident in Huawei, the leading phone company, and some car companies, and has reached capabilities that rivaled them in the global market America. Please click like, participate, and subscribe to the channel. Leave us your opinion and point of view in the comments, and be always following. Thank you for your trust and support. We are at the forefront, and we will continue to be the best because you are with us.